I love getting into my car and I have no car note. I love going to the mailbox and excited to go to my mailbox because there may be a check in there, not a bill.
No bills.
It's time to pick our debt-free challenge for the month of February.
We're debt-free!
One of the favorite topics here on the channel is all around debt-free living. Let's talk about it.
You know what the hardest thing about living a debt-free lifestyle is? It's knowing that the vehicles that you pay cash for are different than the vehicles that other people are financing. Whenever I see someone who's driving like a brand new Yukon, Suburban, Range Rover, whatever it is, I always assume that they just paid cash for that. Like, they must be making like $500,000 a year. But the truth is, our household income, we probably out-earn a lot of these people, but we just don't spend them on luxury items and vehicles that just depreciate. And so even though we're doing really well, we feel still like we're behind because other people have nicer things. But the truth is, they're probably in debt up to their eyeballs, and that hurts my brain just to think about. What are your thoughts on debt? Let me know.
I think first, comparison's the thief of joy. I don't care what other people are driving. I don't worry about it. And if I want to go buy something nice, then, you know, it depends on if I want to go buy a depreciating asset or not. And I think the biggest thing there for me is that, yeah, I mean, some people who are driving those cars can't afford them. Now, probably most of them can't. He's right. But there are people out there that can afford them. And like, props to them. But I don't look at it and get jealous or, oh, woe is me because I'm living my debt-free life and I can't afford this Ferrari or whatever it is that I'm seeing. Or a brand new truck. Now, maybe I will get jealous on that. I need a truck. But the grand scheme or the big picture here is society today. Everyone that's watching this video, I mean, I do it too. I'm not going to say I don't. But I really try. These past few years, I've really done a good job pulling this back. And that is comparing myself to others. Guys, we're all on a different path here in life. All of us. We're all doing different things. We all have different goals. Stop comparing yourself and thinking, oh, well, if I had their money or if I had their life, my life, you know, things would be so much better. No, it won't. It wouldn't. There's that saying, or the grass is greener where you water it. Focus on your life and quit comparing yourself to others.
I actually enjoy the freedom of waking up every single month and having the freedom of saying, you know what, I don't owe anybody. I just owe my mortgage.
Yeah.
I love getting into my car and I have no car note. I love going to the mailbox and excited to go to my mailbox because there may be a check in there, not a bill.
No bills.
You know, I don't know about you, but I remember when every time my cell phone rang, if I didn't recognize the number, I didn't pick it up because those were collection agencies calling me. Yeah. It feels good when my phone rings. I can, hello? What's up? Right. You know, I'm proud to answer it. And so if we don't give people that proper information, 20-year-olds now tend to build this negative relationship with money, and they're not really building wealth.
Living a debt-free life gives you freedom. It gives you freedom by not having to be strapped down to a job to make those payments. Now, one thing that doesn't get talked about enough on these debt-free videos is the power of cash flowing assets. So that's money coming in from your investments. We'll do that for a different video, but that's something to think about, guys, is, you know, yes, we're focused on living this debt-free life, but also let's focus on building a nest egg. Let's focus on building an income source from our investments that can funnel our lifestyle now that we may be living debt-free. You still have expenses every single month to live the lifestyle that you're living, right? I mean, you still want to take vacations. You still want to take your family out to eat every now and then, you know, like, so that costs money. To live the ultimate, truly like, freedom lifestyle is to have that money coming in from your investments. But different video, different topic. A debt-free life gives you freedom.
If you are someone that wants to live debt-free, welcome to the club. I'm just going to be honest with you, it's not the funnest thing in the world, especially when you see people spending recklessly and you don't always see the backlash of it. There's literally a influencer that came up on my For You page and she has a ton of followers. She used to do OnlyFans. She has posted about this lavish life, and then recently, like this past week, she posted a video where she's saying she's broke. And it's because she has a $25,000 mortgage. She has a super expensive car. Just a lifestyle that she can't keep up with. I feel like that's actually a lot of people in our generation are carrying on a lifestyle that they just can't upkeep without going into debt. And our nation, our citizens are in the most debt that they've ever been. So I just want you to know that there are people out there living humble and quote unquote normal lives and making ends meet, maybe saving for future goals, and that's okay. That's great. It's maybe not as sexy as driving a Range Rover or whatever, but it's honest and it's manageable. That's all.
Now, as you guys know, living debt-free, it doesn't happen overnight. It's about staying intentional and understanding where every single dollar goes. And the crazy thing is here is you don't realize how quickly money can slip through the cracks until you slow down and look at it. Little upgrades here, brand new clothes here, a new subscription here. It all adds up without you noticing. And if you're trying to be more intentional with your money, the lack of visibility can quietly hold you back. That's why I'm really excited to partner with Rocket Money, who's sponsoring today's video. Now, I have started using Rocket Money a few months ago, and it has been a complete game changer for me. It automatically tracks all my subscriptions and even cancels the ones that I don't use anymore, saving me time and money. Plus, it gives me this clean dashboard that shows all my accounts in one place. Checking, savings, loans, everything. It's like having a full picture of my finances without needing 10 different logins. If you're working towards paying off debt or just want to stay on top of your money more this year, definitely check it out. Go to rocketmoney.com/JJBuckner to get started for free or scan the QR code on screen. You can also unlock more features when you upgrade to premium.
I saw a video last night where it talked about, think back to what the craziest thing that you did on your debt-free journey. My husband and I are debt-free, and when we were on our debt-free journey, because let me tell you, it took some work, one of the craziest things we did, y'all are going to think I'm nuts, but I'm going to set the stage here a little bit. So this is when I have 3 kids, and 2 were in high school. One was, I think, 5th or 6th grade, but they were all in sports. They played volleyball and basketball, so we had about a 6 or 7 month stretch of where we're always going to sports, pretty much. So since I had a middle schooler and high schooler, 2 high schoolers, we were going to so many games a week, probably 4 and 5 games a week. If it was volleyball season, it was usually about 2 to 3 games a week. Basketball season, it was about 4 to 5 games a week. And, you know, when you have a family of 5 and you're going to that many games, and of course they're always at night, I worked full time, we had a lot going on, you can't eat out every single night. Well, you can, but you go broke because it's extremely expensive. So you all are going to cringe. My kids hated this. Oh my gosh, they hated this. If you ask them what was the worst part of our debt-free journey, they're going to tell you it was this. I would like cook food all day in the crock pot, or I would take a meal that I would heat up before I went to pick them up, because at work we had an oven, so I could heat it up there and then just leave straight from there and keep it in something to keep it warm. But my kids, they just cringed when I would be like, okay, you know, we're eating this, what I prepared from home. I brought plates, you know, forks, knives, everything. Of course, they were paper plates and plasticware. And we would eat that, and they thought it was the cringiest thing. Like, they didn't want their friends to know, which their friends knew, you know, because of course all their friends were going out to eat. And it's comical now to think about it, but the planning that had to go into that was insane. But we saved so much money. Now, we would sometimes go out to eat one time a week for them. That way, you know, they didn't have to have it all the time. But I mean, it was cringy, and that's just one of the things we did when we were on our debt-free journey. You have to get to the point where you don't care what other people think. They think you're nuts. They think you're absolutely insane. But when you get on the other end of your debt-free journey and you're debt-free and they're struggling and, you know, they're complaining about being broke all the time, you know, you sit back and you think, okay, the cringiness I had to go through where people thought we were nuts, well worth it. So if you're on your debt-free journey and you're struggling or you're embarrassed or you're thinking, what the hell am I doing? Just keep going. Keep going. You can do it. It's hard and you want to give up because it takes so long, but just keep going. You've got this.
I love that. Guys, there's the 3 main parts that we spend our most amount of money on in our everyday lives. Number 1 is our housing expense, right? Very hard to change on a, you know, like a quick turnaround. Like if you're paying your rent or you have a mortgage, like yes, you can sell the house or you can get a cheaper place to rent, but that's very, very hard to do quickly. But if you want to save a large amount of money every single month, that is one of the main 3 items that you can do to lower your expenses. Number 2 is our transportation costs. Cars, gas, how much we drive, what we're spending on car payments. If you guys have car payments on a relatively new car that you could sell, get rid of the car payment and go buy something a third of the cost for much cheaper, that right there is going to give you more money to be able to apply towards getting your goal of becoming debt-free. And then the third one being food. Now, I'm guilty here. My family is. We spend a lot of money going out to eat. It's one of our favorite things to do. We love it. But on our debt-free journey, we were doing the same thing she was mentioning. We were not going out to eat nearly as much as we do now. There's no way, because our goal was becoming debt-free. And in order to do that, you have to make sacrifices. You have to do what's called delay gratification. And now we go out to eat more because we've put in the work.
The debt-free mindset and why being debt-free feels so good, right? Debt-free doesn't mean broke. It means being powerful. So let's talk about 3 main points for the day, right? Peace beats stuff. You may not agree with me, but I really, for my whole life, think of not wanting a lot of things. I have plenty of things, but peace of mind, knowing I have a bunch of payments, is just way better. It gives you less anxiety, better sleep, better ability to make decisions. When emergencies happen, like I talked about a few weeks ago, when all of a sudden I had a car issue, I had to have a root canal and a crown, and my water heater at my house went out, I didn't have to worry about it. Had the money, spent the money, did the repairs, did things. And it's that peace, to me, that is a huge form of wealth. Point number 2, cash flow builds confidence. So when all your money that you make every month isn't already spoken for in the form of payments or buy now, pay laters or people that you owe money to, and when you have emergencies and you have the money to be able to pay for them, they don't become catastrophes, your confidence will grow and it allows you to start doing more saving and investing. And point 3, debt-free turns you into an owner. You can now take chances. You can look at opportunities. You can invest in things maybe you couldn't invest in before. You can buy assets where people are making payments to you. How nice would that be?
Having options, right? That's what's so key. You have options. You can choose to do more with your money when you don't have that money going out towards debt payments. Guys, it's a win-win in my book. It really is. Now, one clip I always have to include with these because these were my motivating, pieces of content when I was on my debt-free journey is, well, let's just watch it.
Tell us, how much have you paid off and how long did it take?
We paid off $173,500, and that's our house, and we did that in 10 years.
All right. Wow. Tell us the range of income during the 10-year period.
We started at about $85,000, and we're at about $160 now.
What's the house worth?
$450.
Oh, right. And what's in the nest egg? In retirement, investment accounts, savings, all that?
About $250.
Amazing. So you guys are edging toward that baby steps millionaire status.
Yeah.
And what was the why behind all of this?
Just a life of freedom, not bogged down by debt and just like paycheck to paycheck living and just the stress of that. We just didn't want that for us. We didn't want that for our kids.
The $173,000, was it just the house or did you have other debt when you guys got married?
The $173,000 is all the house.
So you guys come into marriage and the only debt you have is the house.
Right.
That's kind of unique as well.
It gives you a leg up.
What were your disciplines? What were some of the things you all did to knock this house out?
It's kind of the long road for us. 10 years is a really long time.
Yeah.
Even just a few years is long. And so it's kind of about avoiding all debt. I mean, we could have gotten into credit cards. It was tempting sometimes to want to buy a nicer car. We've probably had, 5 or 6 cars over 10 years, and all of them have been well under $10,000.
Yeah.
And so it's really just about those disciplines. We budget every month and we talk about it every month.
Joanna, what would you say is the key to this journey to get out of debt? No matter what the debt is or how long it takes, what do you think is the key?
Patience, perseverance, and not getting distracted. Not looking around at how other people are living or what they're doing. Just keeping the focus. My favorite is dreaming together, and now that the debt's paid off, it's like this opportunity.
Is there an exciting dream you guys are knocking around talking about now that you're completely debt-free?
For years, we've just always asked, what can we do? How can we give back? My parents paid for my college education, so how can we save for our own kids' education and give to grandkids and maybe even great-grandkids, kind of keep that legacy going that our families and our parents have started.
What about like a spending goal? You're going to upgrade the car, a vacation?
on, Vicente, do something nice for the wife.
More traveling, like
More traveling.
this trip that we're taking right now, and being able to stop on places on our way down here, and
There
we're
we
stopping
go.
on some more places on our way up.
That's
we're
fun.
planning on some more big vacations.
That's fun.
We drove here in a 2013, I think, Honda Odyssey, so let's upgrade her car.
Be
and-
careful. That thing will last 30 years. You got to upgrade
I like
eventually.
that. All right, well, here we go. They paid off $173,000 over 10 years. That includes the house, making $85,000 to $160,000. What an awesome family. They've been practicing. I give it to you now. Take it away. Let's hear your debt-free scream.
Here we go, guys. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
We're debt
I absolutely love those because it's so motivating. And what it does is it shows you that normal people are kicking butt with money and living a debt-free life. That shows you that you guys can do it too. It just takes delayed gratification and sacrifice. Now, one more clip I want to watch here, guys, I want to share with you is this girl I thought had a really cool idea on different ways to kind of, navigate this debt-free journey. And, well, let's just get into it.
It's time to pick our debt-free challenge for the month of February. I'm currently paying off around $35,000 in credit card debt. And in 2026, I wanted to make it a little bit more fun. Every month at the start of the month, I draw a different debt-free challenge that is either something to help me save money, something to help me earn money, or something to just build a habit that aligns with my values. These are the 12 that I have picked for this year. There's a few on there that I'm still not in love with, so if you have other ideas, please feel free to leave them in the comments. And last month, for the month of January, we had no Amazon orders, which was a huge success. So much that I think I'm gonna try to do no Amazon orders every other month this year. In the months that I am allowing myself to order, I'm only gonna let myself do 1 or 2 bulk orders per month. That way I'm being really mindful and really intentional and really thinking through the purchases that I'm making and not buying things on an impulse, which is so easy to do through Amazon. I think that was a great one to start the year. The other ones are in here, so let's give it a shake and see what we get for February. You guys are gonna look first. Ooh, okay, so post 5 Teachers Pay Teachers items per week. This was a suggestion that I got from one of you guys. It's just a way to earn a little bit of income. I've made resources in the past for Teachers Pay Teachers. To be honest, they really weren't that great. So I am excited. This is actually something that I've been wanting to do, have a benchmark reading curriculum. I really don't was wanting to make a couple resources, really quick, easy things like word sorts, things that I would probably post for only like $1 or $2. So I'm really excited for this one. Hopefully this will be a fun way to earn some passive income.
So there you go, guys. I mean, that's a way you can make your debt-free journey and have those challenges every month and have like maybe a no-spend month or a no-spend week, just to kind of switch it up a little bit. And the other thing I really like to talk about whenever people are on their debt-free journey is you got to celebrate the small wins. If you have a loads amount of debt, maybe every 25% that you pay off, or maybe when you get halfway, take you and the wife or you and the husband and go on a trip and celebrate being halfway done on your debt-free journey because you've earned it. And then every time you pay off, maybe let's say $1,000 or $5,000, depending on your, however much, debt you have to pay off, go out on a nice dinner, go on a date night, enjoy it. It keeps you motivated to crush the debt and to ultimately get to that goal of living a debt-free life.